Some of the things we've got on the show today.
Yes.
So we said yesterday you were going to do it yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
And now you have done it. How was it?
It was amazing. Yesterday I went to go to interview the boys, Taylor and Rob, my mates, and they did not disappoint. They were so nice. In fact, obviously knew I was going to love Robert Pattinson, but Taylor was surprisingly handsome and chatty as well.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because when you wrap up the interview and everyone says thanks very much indeed, that's a lovely interview, and you take the microphones off, and this is a bit from your interview right at the very end, saying goodbye and thank you to Taylor, and just watch Holly's eyes.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Was that all right?
That was perfect. Easy,
Good.
easy peasy.
Oh, I'm pleased. And I was watching him take his mic off.
Well, let's have a look in close-up, shall we?
Cool. Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Was that all right?
That was perfect. Easy,
Good.
easy peasy.
Oh, I'm pleased. Yeah, he might have been struggling with the old microphone.
Oh,
I
and
was
then you
going
would
to
have
be...
jumped to his help,
I'm
would you?
here to help. Always very helpful.
I don't know what Robert's going to think when he sees that.
He'll be well, Joe, I'm sure. Anyway, and before last night's big event, I got a rare opportunity during daylight hours to meet the two young men who play Edward Cullen and Jacob Black, the ghoulishly good-looking Robert Pattinson and his co-star Taylor Lautner.
Professionally, I already have two leading men, but there's definitely room for a third.
You're doing this on your own.
He's mine!
And this is one man I've always wanted to get my teeth into. Yes, the highlight of Twilight is in town. And yesterday I rushed straight from the This Morning studios to a swanky hotel to spend some talking time with a fox of a different variety. And he's not alone. The Werewolves in London. Taylor Lautner is also stopping by for a chat. So we're nearly at the end of the Twilight saga, but like every good story, let's start at the very beginning. Vampire Edward, Robert Pattinson, and his human love interest Bella, Kristen Stewart, have survived many an obstacle in their relationship, death threats and challenges from the lovesick Jacob, Taylor Lautner included. But finally, and perhaps with the proof that love conquers all, they have made it up the aisle in the first instalment in the last of the series, Breaking Dawn, Part 1.
The wedding, I mean, other than the kind of royal wedding, was probably the most hotly anticipated wedding of the year. And it was so incredibly beautiful. And for you, I just guess you must be thinking, God, how, in reality, how ever am I going to live up to this? Is there a certain amount of pressure on you for that?
I have a problem being earnest as well in reality. Like, I mean, I could never, I would end up doing something which everyone would just be like, oh God, why can't you just be serious for like 1 second?
Why don't you be more like Edward?
And so just say the same thing Edward said.
I think I'd be used to telling you goodbye by now.
He starts out the movie saying goodbye. He shows up to the wedding and kind of has like a last dance with Bella, and that's really the moment where he realizes, all right, it's over. She just got married, she's leaving for her honeymoon, like it's time to get over this.
And we all know what happens on the honeymoon.
The first 3 movies, he spends his whole time trying to protect Bella's honour. And now that he's a married man, obviously things can progress
It's
slightly.
whatever he wants.
It is
He
what
owns her
everybody
now.
wants. Was that, did you feel, because for the fans, up until now, it's all been a bit Mills and Boone in a way. Like you sort of get a bit, but not too much. Whereas this was the one where you were like, right, I can't wait for the actual sex scene.
Or was that just me?
Was there pressure on you to get that right and to make sure that it was, you know, didn't disappoint?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a little bit nerve-wracking, just knowing, you know, normally a sex scene, like, people don't really have any expectations because it sort of just happens. But with this, knowing that there are, I think there's something like 126 million books sold, and the sex scene is not described in the book. It's a fade to black in the book. So kind of everybody's imagined it who's watched the movie.
Yes, we have.
There's funny little things that you can't have a certain noise with a certain movement and stuff.
I love that.
It's crazy. Like and you
The
can show
sexual rule book, the 12A. It's like on This Morning, we're allowed to show a naked bottom, but we can't show the crack.
That's
So they
exactly
have to
that's
blur
exactly
the
what it
crack
is.
out or put a thong on or something, but you can have the bottom cheeks there.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
thing.
Yeah, they kind of so there's a shot which looks like I have an extremely elongated back because they've airbrushed out the top of my crack.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
Amazing.
It's really crazy.
With time cracking on, better get back to another bare necessity.
Within the first 2 minutes, there's you ripping your top off, and I was like, yes, there you are, the moment I've been waiting for. But then, actually, throughout the rest of the movie, you're pretty clothed.
Absolutely. That was
What
it.
do you mean, absolutely? We were most disappointed about
No,
this.
that's the best part about it. I had several conversations with Bill, our director, just saying, look, like, this movie is so much more of a character piece than any of the other ones.
I hate Bill, and I hate you for your conversations that you had.
But you got to see plenty of Robin Kristen
We
shirtless.
did, so the pressure was kind of off you, in a way. So have those two been hitting the gym a little bit?
I haven't seen them in the gym, but they do say they have, and I believe it because I thought they looked pretty good.
Apart from when Bella falls pregnant, that is. Yes, she isn't exactly glowing.
With Bella, obviously, there's moments in the film where she just looks, I mean, she's so ill, she's on death's door. And was any of that CGI, or did she have to lose tons of weight for that? Because it was quite shocking to see her like it.
Yeah, no, it was it was CGI. I mean, she's pretty skinny, but
But that was...
Yeah, no, there's definitely... Yeah, she didn't lose... She wasn't like 12 pounds.
Look at the wolves, is that CGI as well?
Something that's very real, however, are the millions of Twihard fans across the world.
They can be a bit crazy sometimes, can't they?
They can be very passionate, for sure.
That's good, you practiced that answer. Passionate is a nice way of saying crazy without saying too crazy.
It's true, though. I mean, if I had to choose one word, I'd choose amazing. I mean, they just really are. The amount of things that they'll do
So
for
what's
this
the
franchise.
weirdest thing?
The weirdest, you know, I've seen a lot of tattoos, even to the point of this woman has a tattoo on her back of the New Moon poster.
Wow.
They go to many lengths to show their passion for this franchise.
That's incredible.
But we wouldn't be here without that.
Do you find it hard walking down the street? I mean, people just must go, oh my God, it's Edward Cullen all the time.
Yeah, I'm like one of the least likely people to get a job like this, and also like one of the worst people who has to deal with it, because I'm basically like, it's really the only thing I have to actually deal with, which kind of is a serious-ish issue. It's just people following you. It's like that's the craziest thing in the world, like having to look, like when you're driving or something, and you're just constantly looking in your mirror.
Well, I do hope you won't mind me following him up the red carpet later.
I'm coming tonight. I can't
Okay.
wait to see it again, second time in 2 days.
Yes.
Can't wait. See you later.
We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Time for this wannabe vampire to disappear into the night and get ready for the premiere. Our Pats, twice in one day? That's worth any human sacrifice.
Done. It's done.
They're just both so dreamy. I'm so lucky. Did I just talk about cracks, naked torsos and sex throughout that whole interview?
And where's the surprise in that, then? Those are the set of questions you left this building with, things you wanted to know.
I had one agenda.
And to find